when the bodybuilding comes to an end and you got to downsize, or in Callie's case, you have a horrible heart attack, you have something to move on to after. That's a whole different chapter switch. That chapter stamps closed and you're looking back at it like, damn, that chapter is over. I need to move on. What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's ASMR sip is 1907water.com. Coupon code Russo. ASMR Spritz Intelligent Hydrogen. I'll let you guys know when this drops. All other discounts to support this content in the pinned comment down below. Please like to help with the algorithm. Today, I'm back with Caree Muscle's story. So Caree Muscle has pulled a 180 using gear all the way up to his heart attack, and that has rewired his brain. He is no longer anything about gear, and he's about getting his health in check, going on HRT and showcasing all the damage he's done. With the roids, Caree's got to pay homage to, that's the house he's in. Andrew threw up Caree Muscle's cars. This was all paid for from a Superman physique that was built on steroids. Super hard to do. He did it. He paid the piper for the enhanced results. He milked all the money, fame, status from them, and pretty much got the picture perfect payout you could get from abusing performance enhancers. The only mess up I see is that no guru was involved. I don't know why no guru was involved. I don't know why he didn't have a diet coach. Makes no fucking sense to me, especially with the money coming in. But I feel like that's what Caree should have paid if he wanted to be super based on this video. Should have paid homage to the gear that had got him this life to where he's perfectly set even having this heart attack. There are tons of guys who achieve nothing with gear other than body dysmorphia. They have this heart attack. Now what did they get out of it? They didn't get what Caree Muscle got out of it. No. They didn't really get much at all other than fucking with their mental health, and now they're in the same position. The video is titled Why My Mental Health is Declining, and I wanted to feature this because everyone has to throw in a towel on the super crazy enhanced physique. Whether you have a heart attack or not, it's very smart to downsize as you get older. Your body doesn't react the same way. It certainly has accumulated damage over time. If you cycled steroids to get that to that massive physique, it's not like 3 cycles. Like a lot of people just think, oh, it's like 3 or 4 cycles and I'll look like that. No, it's years of consistent cycling, diet to get their accumulation of damage. Eventually you just want to shrink down, harm mitigate, and get HRT under check, which Caree is at that point in his life. But I wanted to feature some of the regrets he has, as well as why he said he went down this path.
Why my mental health is declining. Since November 2021, I had my heart attack. Never in my life would I imagine that I would go through a health scare. All my life I was focused on trying to prevent any health scares or any things with my heart or body.
You know, right off the bat, I'm based here. This is a complete lie, right? The other interview I did and reacted to, I'll have Andrew throw it up. He discusses, you know, just ignoring the signs, not really having a bodybuilding guru there, and, you know, knowing that he's pushing it to the limit, but he thought he was good. Again, last video I discussed how if he had a guru there, probably would have saved him from the heart attack, and of course he's gonna go into his diet and everything, but I don't think he was as preventative as possible. Do I know if this heart attack was completely preventative or not? No, I do not, but I don't see him as one of the guys who are super harm mitigating his entire career.
Or I was always fearful of cancer. I didn't know that eating the stuff that I was eating would have caused me to have a health problem. Well, I thought I was on top of the world. I had a heart attack. Got a stent put in my heart. My whole life changed. I automatically knew that I would no longer be able to bodybuild at that moment, which that was my passion. That was my love since I was a kid.
I've been at it 25 years. You hear me?
I knew that I wasn't invincible at that point. I knew that, you know, I wasn't from another planet like I used to say. So that started the road of, which I never termed it as that, depression. I was like, how am I gonna continue making money? I'm doing this YouTube fitness thing. People assumed that I used to say I was natural. Now this is going to hurt me.
Just tell them you're on illegal.
Okay, again, assumed he was natural. He was a fake natty for a long time. Let's go back.
Narcotics. All over social media. This is the dumbest generation I ever know.
My business, my supplement company, how is it going to prosper from this point on? I had a lot of whys.
There you go.
This is it. Damn, hyphy hard, man. After the heart attack, I got put on these medications that I used to see 60, 70-year-old people taking. Now I was only 46 having to take all this medication. With my friends and family think less of me. With the internet think less of me. I knew that I was going to have to drop down, and I didn't have a problem with dropping weight, but I just didn't want to tarnish or damage my image. My name is Caree Muscle. My meals down at that point to like 2 meals a day. Still working out. I still had good energy at the time. As time goes on, anytime I felt something, like on my left side, I was scared. And this is a daily occurrence even to this day. Thinking I feel something. If it's gas, if I don't eat, I get gassy. So it goes straight to the left side. And I'm like, oh man, what's going on? And I might have a little anxiety attack sometimes. Things like driving are scary for me. What if I, have a heart attack while I'm driving, and what I'm gonna do? So this is, as I'm driving, this is a thought, which is, taxing. Growing up, I was a small kid. I was like 90 pounds, and I can show you this picture of me playing football. I was like 90 pounds in 9th grade, so they didn't let me play. And so that started my infatuation with wanting to get buff. It was those coaches in 9th grade telling me I was too small. So from then on, I was like possessed with getting big. And so I used to force feed myself, almost regurgitating, and that was my mission. So that just went on throughout my whole life. For 3 months, I wasn't on nothing. I wasn't on no testosterone, TRT. I wasn't on pre-workouts, and I was scared to do anything. I went on this 1 meal a day. Luckily for me, it was easy because I wanted to live. So I was like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to live as long as I can. I never forget, shout out to Big Boy. He told me right before I had my heart attack that he didn't eat until 5 p.m.
For me to stay leaner and to be down, I gotta watch what I eat.
I was making fun of Big. He was like, oh, I don't eat till 5, 6. Yep. I was like, what? You gotta be nuts, right?
Yeah.
And now I've been doing it for like maybe 2 months, Miles. Like I don't eat. I haven't ate yet. Like I don't eat down to like 5, 6.
Yeah, I haven't ate.
And I remember Big just telling me like, and y'all gotta think, I've been doing this 35 years, and I still learn. And I still learning. Big was like, oh, I get this aggression. Yeah. I'm on edge. And so I was like, yeah, okay. I could see not eating that low. And I thought he was crazy, but I'm like, if this guy, this muscular, big, strong, energetic, can do this, I know I can do it. But it wasn't until I had the heart attack that I was like, I'm gonna try what Big Boy do. At 19, I went to prison, and I was eating all the crap food. That's all they have in prison. Because I contributed my health problem to a lot of Top Ramen, saturated foods. I was eating honey buns, Top Ramen, Snickers. I'm talking about 4.
I attribute your health issues to not harm mitigating and catching it early, Callie. Right? You have all this money in the world, and this story is most bodybuilders' story. They weren't happy with the size they were. They did everything to put on that size, superiority, invincibility complex, and here you are. I think like pitting it on the diet and, not really brushing off the fact that who knows what drug dosages you were doing for how long, who knows what harm mitigation steps you were doing all that time. Was it gasoline on the fire eating that crappy diet? Oh yeah, it was. But I just think like the biggest thing you can take away from his story is when he's, all over the Geico commercials, when he's got one of the biggest popping off YouTube channels ever, when he's this superstar personality. He's not a superstar at managing any of this enhanced chemistry that was going on for so long, and now he's really, really down about it. And do I think he could have bodybuilded much longer at the level he was at? No, I really don't. What you can take away is pay for someone to monitor it. If you don't feel confident in your own knowledge of monitoring your blood work, it comes down to that when you are catching stuff before it happens, right? That's harm mitigation. You're mitigating it before it happens. Now that it happens, yeah, I can see everything Callie's talking about. I don't really have much to say. It's just straight from the heart. And, you know, I feel for him. This is one of the ends of the path when it comes to enhanced bodybuilding.
4 or 5 top rounds a day with the seasoning packs. I didn't know about sodium. A lot of people naive to sodium. As we all know, heart disease is a
Sodium, yeah, sodium's bad if you fluctuate sodium, but if you keep sodium constant, tracking it, I don't really see sodium as that bad, especially for a natural athlete, which I assume in prison he was a natural athlete. I would like to see the types of cycles Callie ran and how many cycles he did. I don't know if we'll ever know. It'd be interesting to see what sort of compounds he was using at what dosages for how long and what his blood work was looking like coming down the line pre-heart attack.
#1 killer in the U.S. This goes out to all the young people in the world, man. Don't get fat. Don't get over muscular. Stay lean, mean. If you get too big, you'll have skin issues like me. I got skin issues like right here that I hate. See the skin? And I still have 21-inch arms.
Callie's still beasted after this heart attack. Freaking front double looks ridiculous.
But I had 23-inch arms. So you had that skin right there. Let me show you what I hate about my body, man, being too big. So right here, see this skin? You have this. You got that skin right there. Then right here, I hate this. Like when you come like this, see that skin right there? And we ain't gonna even talk about butt cheek. Like when you get, you know those old man butts, you get that skin down there. But it's just those issues that I'm like, man, I hope it snapped back. But I doubt it will. I would have to keep some muscle mass so it won't get all the way droopy. So that's why I'm talking about them. Everybody want to appear that they just good all the time. And they don't want to talk about it because they want to seem superhuman. It's no joke, man. When you see hyphy, when you know the word, be the hyphy, energetic, non-stop on the go, that's what they are. I always question, like, did I wait too old to have my kids? Or was it the heart attack? So that brings on depression. So I always try to figure out ways to have the highest energy, like I say. And that's when eating once a day come into question, because I'll be like, do I have enough energy or food in my system to keep up with my kids and to do my daily goal, things of working, starting businesses, have to work out. So I know a lot of you guys out there may question yourself about that. So we got to do whatever we can to have that max energy. And like I say, for me, I've been getting 6-7 hours of sleep, eating the healthiest I know anybody to eat. It's money. Like we living in a time where money is needed so much, man. I feel it, especially a guy like me being on the internet, making most of my money from the internet. Because being on the internet, man, it's like the stock. It goes up and down. It's nothing set in stone monthly. So you have to be good with money. You got to know how to work with money. You can't spend money foolish because you might have, there's been times where I had a terrible 8-9 months. So that's depressing, which I've been able to manage well. A man of my age, I still don't feel I'm at the place where I should be at. So that's what keeps that motivation and grind. And that's what really combats depression. Just think all of this is on me. Like I got to take care of my wife, my kids, my business partners. I got to make sure we cool.
Callie, it's time to long-term invest if you're not doing that. At the level you're at, I would assume that you don't have to work ever again if you played your cards right. If not, still a household name and can build up long-term wealth, not money.
I got to worry about my health, my heart. I got to it's all these worries and thoughts on every second of the day, you know what I mean? And so I know a lot of you out there have these same problems and you have these struggles with depression and mental health. Have a focus point. You got to just focus, get a focus point if you got kids, if you got a business you want to start, if you got a look you want to achieve with your physique. Go full force at that. Don't let nobody stop you. Whatever makes you happy, you got to do it. Love yourself. That's the key. I love all of you guys. Even, I know I was an ex-evil person. So I know when people are just, led by the devil, led by evil, it's up to you to decide which side you want to be. Like my reason now is my kids. I want them to be raised by a good father that has his head on straight. They guide them in the right direction so they can be great people. And as well, I have you guys. I know you guys are always watching me.
All right, so that's Callie Muscles mental health breakdown. What do I have to say? This is normally how it goes, in my opinion, and my saying of don't be a one-trick pony. I'm not saying Caree is a one-trick pony. I feel like he's definitely not a one-trick pony, and that he could be entertaining with his persona alone, but can't be a gym cell in this day and age and just expect, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna juice, this is all I'm gonna do my entire life. I'm never gonna explore other hobbies. I'm never going to explore building what's inside the physique, my persona, my soul, and expanding out in different directions. So when the bodybuilding comes to an end and you gotta downsize, or in Caree's case, you have a horrible heart attack, you have something to move on to after. That's a whole different chapter switch. That chapter stamps closed and you're looking back at it like, damn, that chapter is over. I need to move on. You know, I didn't have all my eggs in one basket. What else was I working on during this bodybuilding time? The bodybuilding is the discipline as well as the mental health crutch, right? You know, I work out to relieve all my stress. I work out to have, you know, an hour 45 each day where it's just me pushing myself to the limit and getting all those endorphins up and getting my stress, depression dealt with in the gym, right? It's not that my life revolves around it. I have other things going on. I have relationships, I have friendships, I have other hobbies. I'm into multiple different things because you never know when the bodybuilding is going to wrap itself up. You have to downsize and get off. The next thing for you younger guys is that you guys don't think you want families. Eventually, my 2 cents is once you hit 25, 26, you might think about starting a family and your priorities, goals might change. Will you regret what you did in your early 20s based on, the amount of health damage you did with enhanced bodybuilding? That's up to if you did your research, if you harm mitigated, if you accepted that it's a big inherent risk, and just because you saw a trend on TikTok doesn't mean you jumped on. You were definitely about this life. That might all be rewired to a point where you want a family. You want to live a normal life. You want to just do HRT and get that under control. These are things you have to weigh out at the start of this enhanced bodybuilding journey and think that your paradigms, your angles that you view your situations, yourself, and overall what presents yourself in life, there's always multiple ways to view it. And if you think you're gonna stay in this one your whole life, no, you're gonna have multiple paradigm switches your whole life, and you might look at yourself later and be like, why was I doing all that? Right? I was big enough. Why was I doing all that? Me personally, I'll relate it to myself. I don't really have too many regrets other than taking the fucking shroom pills, obviously, but I never really went gung-ho in my early 20s trying to get big as shit, because my genes, I knew they wouldn't look the greatest, and that classic physique could be accumulated over a long period of time. If I was sitting here doing more Monster Blast dosages and then the shroom thing happened, then I could have doubled the damage to my body without even being able to achieve the physique now. So being constructive of what could happen in the future is always how the highest level intellect mitigates risk, by decision making of weighing in all the different angles you could view something from, even angles you would never view it from, and then moving forward. I don't really think that I have much regret, because I am constantly in fear of monitoring my biomarkers. I am constantly not using these dosages that some of these other people use. I just know what's going on too much. Like, sure, I can have fun in the enhanced bodybuilding scene. It's been a lot of fun, but some of you guys are crazy, and it will end up like Caree Muscle in the future. I think the last thing I wanted to end on is that this bit him later in life. This bit him when his life was slowing down into the love of his family, and this is the stain on him moving into this next chapter. So it's not gonna happen. Well, we don't know when it's going to happen, but it might not happen in your first 2 decades of abuse. But as your life changes, as your paradigm, your angles change of what you want out of life, there might be some sort of stain or some sort of thing that comes about your past of enhanced bodybuilding, drug abuse, that leaks into your next chapter. And that's what we're seeing with Caree. So learn from his mistakes. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I will see you guys in my next one.